a self-access. Okay? There are sessions where the teacher is there, he helps, she helps, they give the right, information how to use the equipment, and then we say from 2 to 4, then there is what we call a self-access. Okay? And this is how actually big money is put actually in buying these equipments. And also you have all the library where you have audio-visual, CD-ROMs and sometimes tapes and everything. And this is how languages are developed. Mostly English, because English is not spoken in our environment. It's only spoken in the classroom, and even in the classroom you use 2-3 languages when the learners have some difficulties in understanding. Because the policy of the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of New Technologies, they encouraged all families to have at least a computer in each home. And I would say 95% of Algerian homes are equipped at least with one computer. Say at least. And those who cannot afford a computer, and then the state, each university, they have got centers where all students can have free access for internet and everything, every day, from 8 o'clock to midnight. So certain teachers, they are reluctant actually using computers in order to transmit or to teach what they are teaching. So this is not, as I said, it's not easy task because change it seems intimidating and threatening. I have 3 doctors coming to learn English in my school. I have a private school of languages. So they want to learn English, but when I said it's through the computer, they said no. You see, they are 60 and more, 60 years old and more, and then they said, well, yes, but then I'm not a kid of yesterday. Then I have, how can I do this? It's threatening, and sometimes, as I mentioned, it's threatening and intimidating. So we believe that, of course, these teachers have to alter and change their strategies of teaching and transmitting knowledge, because we have to adapt ourselves to the new technologies and to the new developments. Through many years of experience working with teachers and technology, we have realized that. This is my experience. In the process of doing so, they lose some of their fear of the machines, while at the same time learn that computers can make their jobs easier. Indeed, because we can assign your students plenty of tasks, and then you are not here to speak to them, but just to check. You will be facilitating and will be checking and controlling and trying to help as a guide rather than someone who dictates. So once these skills have been developed, teachers will be ready to begin, as I said. We're looking for ways to integrate technology into their teaching and demonstrate its use to others. It's true, sometimes then it happened to me. I had 4 teachers. One of them has a certain mastery in this computer system. Then I said, okay, start from next week on, you will have this media room where you have to use this and that and that. One of them is expert, somehow expert, the rest are not. And they said, well, but the other one answered, the one who masters the tool said, okay, it's my problem, I will teach them how. You see, it's true when we know something and we teach it to others, then we will be welcoming the proposition. So others do not change easily, it's true. Even myself, there are certain things we do not change easily. Not all of us, but most. Change of any kind may bring about fear or anxiety and concern. And then it's like when I ask you to test you. We are all afraid of tests. When we sit for a driving test, we know that the person who is testing us has not the competence maybe of the degrees, the diplomas we have, but still when we are tested, then we're anxious, we have this anxiety, and we are afraid of being tested. So it's a kind of this. So using technology as a teaching and learning tool in the classroom does so to an even greater extent, since it involves both changes in classroom procedures and the use of often unfamiliar technologies. Yes, it is. Someone who comes with his bag and chalk and then suddenly these computers, then sometimes it doesn't work, you need a technician, you need to call the administration and all these things, okay? So helping teachers, this is my belief, overcome these fears. This is the job of the administration, this is the job of the managers, the directors, the rectors of all these institutions. Concerns and anxiety is crucial to succeed in the noble mission, because we have a mission of transmitting a certain amount of knowledge and check whether this knowledge is there. We reach our objectives or not. Finally, what I have realized through my experience and through my managing and being the head of different departments of languages, despite the potential challenges associated with technology use in school programs, the use of software and internet, can improve teaching and extend students' learning. This is, for me, obvious that we have to concentrate on that and put a maximum of money. The countries where the state finance this, we have to finance more. Otherwise, we have to find funds. And what we have in Algeria, which is special, so this is what we call les maisons de culture or les maisons de jeunesse, where des centres culturels, then they are equipped with computers and with these new technologies, and sometimes the state does equip, and when the state equip 0.5% of the right equipments, then you have different associations, you have different sponsors, you know, who come and contribute for equipping these centres culturels. So staff training and proactive steps taken to plan against inappropriate internet content can help maximize the diverse benefits and minimize the challenges of antique. So le risque zéro, as we say in French, doesn't exist. So we need to minimize the risks and maximize the positive effects of using these new technologies. So again, as a conclusion, we believe that keeping staff members abreast of new technologies is a moving target, because technology is always changing. So you need train. That's why I used this morning the term training. Training. We need to be trained every day. The effort to integrate TIC will be worthwhile only if it enhances pedagogy by enabling learners to forge a better relationship with knowledge and didactics. So the art of presenting, of doing. As I said, we know, but you don't know how. So didactics is the art of knowing how to transmit and knowing who is the audience, and then we alter, we change our strategies, our techniques, our methodology accordingly, according who is the learner. So from a pedagogical perspective, the presence of antique in teacher education can only be justified if it contributes added value to the education of future teachers. Indeed, this is what I said. We need taxes. How can we make the city function if we don't have taxes? You need a value. It's the same. If you are teaching, if you are transmitting what? At the end, we check whether we manage to transmit what we are supposed to transmit or not. If not, then we have to think why. Because very often we condemn the learners, but sometimes whose fault is it? It may be the learners, but most of the time it is the teachers as well. So we have to reconsider our way of doing things. Thank you for your attention, and then if you have any question concerning Algeria, concerning the way we are doing things, I'm ready to answer. Thank you very much.